Alright, I think we're back now. Hopefully. I need a new fucking chair. I think we're back. Are we back? You'll have to tell me. I think we're back. So they pronounce it inquietum in the game, huh? I don't listen. I fast forward through all of the conversations and I don't listen to the voice lines. It drives me crazy. I'm not a big lore guy. So I'm gonna assume we're back up unless you tell me that we're not. So yeah, so then like your premium currency and the stuff that they give you will be reserved. I don't know how that would get reset if you don't get it until afterwards. But maybe if you save it and don't use it all in the, you know, like if we get this after this first season and then in the second season you don't use all of that stuff, maybe that'll be reserved. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. Elemental affinity will be rotated and all of your upgrades will be removed. Your unlock, exploration, and combat skills will be reserved. And their level will remain unchanged. You can assign your character's attribute points during each new season, so that'll be good. You can reassign those in case you want to take on a different path with those. And then the world will be once again covered in fog, and you will need to re-explore the world to unlock teleport points again. I'm not exactly what this elemental affinity will be rotated, unless instead of fire, ice, and lightning, we're going to get poison. What are the other ones? Necrosis and radiance or something like that. So, oh, you sat through Ivy's stream last night? Nice. Yeah, I popped in there a couple of times. So yeah, that's how it's gonna work. It's just that season, and this is essentially gonna be their beta. They said this, you know, when this ends is when they're slotted to go global, as far as I understand it. Oh, I gotta try this again. I don't really have. Got a couple hours. I gotta try to not forget to reset in a couple hours before that's up and explore and test some things. It's not a whole lot of health, but let's just start everybody that way. So we got here. And I always forget to use my adventurer power, whatever the hell this thing is called. I'll just use it now. Maybe it'll refill over time. Probably not. Have you started playing it yet? Man, he does some damage. Can I get a heal? There we go. Ooh. Alright, well, he's only got like 20% left, so hopefully these two... Yeah, this guy is my other big damage dealer, so I feel comfortable we're gonna win this, even though it's getting close there. But this should be good this time. Unless he like one-shots this guy right now. But we should be good. There we go. Okay. That was close. Almost a 16. How am I looking on the dice? Dude? I only have 2. Not enough for a 5 pull yet. The heat is getting to your phone? Are you watching on your phone? Come on, I don't care. Like, I have no idea what this, story is about. I don't watch this. I don't read this stuff at all. Ivy scolds me all the time for not reading it, but I just don't care. You're watching on your phone? Nice. Available at 17. Oh, come on. How? I'm so far from 17. I don't even know if there's other ways to get. I can go clear the goblin lair, I guess. Practice. Oh, I can't beat that thing yet. What else is on here? I got a lot of these purple things. I don't think they give us any. My iPhone doubles up as my gaming device and everything else. Yeah, that's how I was with my phone. Although I run a Samsung, but that's how I was before I got this computer recently. But yeah, it was literally everything. Gaming, computer. Because with Samsung, you got Samsung DeX as well, so you can hook it up to the monitor and essentially run it like a desktop. Reminds you of Diablo? Yeah, I mean, they have it set up like an RPG. I never played Diablo Immortal, so I don't know exactly what that's like. I heard really bad things about it, so I didn't even bother. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, I got attacked. Yeah, I mean, I really like the game. The graphics are clean. The combat is really good. I feel like it's one of the better combats in this genre that I've played. And very... like, there's a lot of variety, I feel like I don't know why he's just standing there like nothing's going on, but oh, maybe because they had him pinned in the corner. There's nowhere for him to join. But yeah, I feel like it's one of the cleaner, better combat systems in this genre. The RPG element is kind of nice. You know, I like MMOs and stuff, so the gathering and the crafting and stuff like that I enjoy. And this one, it's not like it's really in depth in this one, so you don't have to bother with it too much if you don't want to. So this has a lot going on for it, but it definitely, like, they definitely have, in my opinion, some things that they need to fix as far as like their business approach and stuff like that. They pretty much lost half of their entire fan base with that oh yeah. They made everyone whole. Yeah. I'm gonna be, and so I've heard, and it better be true, but I've heard that the only monetization in D4 is gonna be aesthetics. It's gonna like costumes and stuff, I guess. So there's not gonna be any type of pay to win. I think if they put pay to win in D4, D4 is probably gonna be the last thing they ever do as far in that franchise. Cause yeah, Diablo Immortal, I did not hear so great things. Similar to what you said, is that they lost a bunch of people with it. I was watching one, I don't remember if it was a stream or YouTube or what, and I don't even know who the person was. I think I was watching somebody else, but they were doing like a group discussion, and he said it was like the first day or the first week or something, he spent like $600 on Diablo Immortal, and it didn't even scratch the surface of the stuff he needed to do in the game. It was a little ridiculous. All right, so now I have two choices here. So what's this? So I have defense up. 3 hero affinity effect defense goes up. Or attack. Oh, we want attack. Don't care about defense. Yeah, greed ruins a lot of these games. Like, and it's a shame too, because, and from what I've heard, at least, a lot of it is not the developers doing it. It's like the investors, because they have to, a lot of these are small startup development companies, or, guys right out of college or whatever trying to create a game, and you need investors in order to get it actually published and running. But then those investors want to see return on their investment, so they start making decisions, and they kind of get to make the decisions because it's their money, and then so they start forcing the developers to do things to the game in order to make money. And that's kind of what happened with Bloodline, at least what I was told, is like it went in the direction it went because of the investors, not because of the developers. And so I guess, like, if you get bad investors or bad publishers or whatever, that can completely ruin a game. Yeah. And it to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because I feel like there are a lot of people that will spend some money on the game. And so if you find a way to make some money go a long way, you're going to get a lot of people to spend some money instead of a few people to spend a lot of money. And you're going to keep your player base healthy. They're going to tell their friends. They're going to be happy with the results. And they're going to get more people to come play the game. So I'm hoping that the experience we're having in this game right now is just inexperience rather than bad business. Because right now it kind of feels like bad business. Like, and this is something I don't get about this. Where is it? I don't ever remember where to find that stupid. Is it in here? No. It doesn't just ruin single studios, it ruins the entire game. These days, the first questions any gamer asks anytime a new gacha comes out is, does it resemble Raid? Shadow? Yeah. And that's what scares me about this one, is this resembles Raid to me. I didn't spend a lot of time in Raid. I spent enough time to know that I hated the stamina system, or I think Raid calls it energy, and to know that the only way for you to really get the legendary shards was for you to buy them, and that's kind of where we're at with this game. Where's that stupid friend thing? I can never find it. Is it? Is it in events? It's not in events, is it? There it is. So like this, like I don't understand this. To me, this just is like stingy as hell. And this is for your first one. That's not big, but why are you limiting my referrals to 3 people? You know, like, do you just want me to stop recruiting people at 3 people? Like, I don't understand why. That just, like I said, the only bad thing about this game so far is the business side of it. So, where am I going? What's this? Go to Lake Chastity. Do I really want to go to Lake Chastity? That doesn't sound fun. Yeah, it's looking stingy as fuck so far. Again, I hope it's just inexperience. I guess it depends on who's calling the shots there, because I know the publisher has experience. The publisher did like Marvel Snap and stuff like that. So it's not like they haven't put out games before. The development company is small. So I don't know who's making the decision about the packs. But I'm hoping I'm really hoping that it's just inexperience, because if it is and they learn and they change and they hear what everybody in the community is saying, because I got to imagine everybody's saying the same thing. Like, I don't, and I've said this before, I'm not a huge spender, at least I try not to be. I don't mind spending some money, but I got to feel good about the money I do spend. And so far in this one, the money that I have spent, I don't feel good about. But I felt like if I was going to put out content on it, I needed to have some kind of start there to toy around with. So it's kind of an investment, hoping it turns into something that will at least pay itself back from videos I put out, which I need to put out some more. But I didn't even see what he just said. What? Oh, delicious. I want more. You spotted the troll in the area that's close. Seems like in communicating, you have to feed it first. Feed a serving of meat to the troll. Okay. Here, have a gross worm, because I have too many of them. But I mean, every gacha game except for Raid, I don't remember Raid, but all the other ones I've played, they always have some kind of challenge fund or whatever. They call it different things in different games, but you spend like $20 and you get a bazillion of the gems. And what the hell? Now he wants more? I don't want to give you more, bro. Stop taking all my resources. I stole all of this stuff fair and square. What do these even do? What do these do? I can't see it right now. Yeah, but like, I mean, especially in the beta, that's to me it seems like common sense that you would want to just give, and it's like the gift code they gave us. I think I deleted. Oh no, it's right here. This is the gift code they gave us. You go put in the gift code, you get a free gift. 4 purple dice, which is not even enough for a 5 pull. Like, why 4? And then 320 of the gems, which is not even enough to go buy 1 orange dice. Like, I don't understand why. It seems to me like it would be common sense to give everybody a lot of pulls to A, get them excited about the game, and B, get them invested. Like, I got some good champions, I pulled some champions, I want to keep playing here, and let me spend some money so I can get some more champions and improve. Right, most of them get you hooked, and that's the thing is, right now I'm not. The only reason I'm hooked is because like I like the game, but there's nothing, you know. I'm not hooked because I don't have necessarily good champions to play with, and it feels like the only way to get them is to just keep going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole of spending, which I'm not going to do. Like, I'm at my limit right now. I'm not going to put any more money into this game until they give me a reason to. And that's got to be a big reason, not a here's a new champion, try and get him reason. Like, when I saw the new event they just put out, I instantly had like bloodline flashbacks of everything that they add is just gonna be another way for them to get you to spend money. Like, it's unfortunate if that's the way that it keeps going. But yeah, this event thing right here, where oh, it's not in this. It's in here. This thing, I can give you 3 days to try and summon 5 legendary hero or 5 legendary heroes. Like, you know how much money that takes? And that was just so cringe when I logged on today and saw that. I was like, what in the hell? Yeah, and that's why some people are like, it's a beta, give them a chance. They're calling it a beta to give them excuses for the mistakes that they're making. But, I mean, when you start adding stuff like that over and over to the game, like, you don't get the beta excuse with me. Like, you're clearly going after people's pockets. So, I'm going to expect, holy cow, better. Yeah, at the very least, you gotta give people more of the free purple dice, and at least make it feel like it'll be okay if you don't spend any money. Like, they're making a big push to show that you can, you know, they posted something in the Discord today showing that, you know, hey, you can beat the high-end content without legendary champions, which is fine. But if I can't get any champions at all because of the lack of summons you're giving us, it's not any fun. Like, I wouldn't mind trying to go all epic and rare, but I can't even get those. Yeah, that was that's one aspect I really like about this game, is they're not all just face-to-face interactions. You get surrounded, you have the tower defense, there's a lot of different strategies that come into play in just one game. So that's why I really like the game. The game itself, phenomenal. I have very little complaints about the game. They do have, yeah, I mean, no, they have some great epics. And don't get, yeah, the rates, the pity rates are really good. Like, you know, 1 in 35 for legendaries, as far as a guarantee, is kind of the best I think I've seen personally. But at the same time, if getting to that 35 is going to cost me $200, I don't want to do it. I guess 35 probably only costs like $100, but still the same thing. You can get 40 for 100. So yeah, the rates, I agree, are great, but the rates are meaningless. Like, without the summons, the rates don't mean anything. If I can't summon, it doesn't matter how good the pity rates are. Pity rates only matter if you're getting summoned. An epic every 7th pull, I think it is great. But you know, those pities are only on the orange dice, and the orange dice you don't get. Like, it's a brand new release. It's a beta. It's been going 3 days. I've gotten 3 dice or something like that. Like, that I haven't, you know, purchased with the wine marrow. So worm marrow. I don't know why they named it such a stupid thing. The gem. So yeah, the rates. I mean, the rates on the purple dice are kind of ass though. Like, I don't care if I get a rare every whatever. What are the rates on the purple? It's only a guaranteed rare. Like, who cares? Guarantee me an epic on the purple every 20 summons or something. What is it? It's you'll be guaranteed a rare hero. You're fit. So basically, every 5 pull, you're guaranteed a rare hero. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares? And you're probably gonna and there's okay. So that's another thing. Look at this. So what's the percentage? It's 20%. What's 1 in 5? It's 20%. I mean, all they're doing is guaranteeing the drop rate. They're not giving you a better drop rate. Now, the legendary, sure, because it's only 3%, the guarantee to get it on the 35th is better than 3%. But actually, that's about 3%, isn't it? Because out of 100, you should get 3 of them. If you got 1 every 35 attempts, you'd be right at 100 per. Yeah, so they're just, all the pities are is guaranteeing the percentages they're giving you. That's really just the first time I've done the math. That's probably 17% if I did the math real quick. Which studio? So the publisher is, what was it? New. I don't know. Hang on. If I tell it I'm going to buy something, it takes me to their website. What is it? Newverse is the name of the publishing company. I don't know who the developers are, but Newverse is the publisher. So yeah, it's sneaky, but at the same time, it's better because I don't think, I never looked at it from that perspective, but because I think most games are in that same, like, 3% for the legendary or whatever they call their top thing. In Bloodline, it was Mythic, and it's all around 2 or 3%. I forget what it was called in Eternal Evolution, but like Eternal Evolution is one, and they give you a guaranteed one after 60 pulls, which I think is actually worse than what their rates say it should be dropping at. So, but at the same time, those are on banners, so you're guaranteed to get this specific legendary you're pulling for in Eternal Evolution. But yeah, those rates are, it's just them guaranteeing the percentages that they say they're giving on specific pulls. So it's not real. It's better. Like I said, it's better than other games, but it's still not great. It's just the rates they say. Yeah. Which is, I mean, if you look at it from that perspective, it is a nice way to know that they're not doing anything sneaky in the coding, right? That's gonna make you have bad luck or something. Because I've heard those rumors from people before when it came to games. Yeah. Oh, they changed the rates and didn't tell us stuff like that. So at least they're guaranteeing their rates with those pity drops, but that's all they're doing. It's not anything better than that. But again, like I said, those rates don't mean anything if I can't get the summons. Okay, so you came from Eternal Evolution? I played that for a little bit. It was like, so I think Eternal Evolution is, in my opinion, probably the best game in the genre right now that I have played. Again, my opinion, kind of my preferences of the games. I just felt, because it gave you everything. It gave you tons of content, stuff to do. It gave you reasons to build different comps. It gave you the copy system, so you didn't feel like you had to build a million different heroes. You just build your 5 best heroes, and then you can copy them. I forget what that thing was called, but you know what I'm talking about since you play it. So I felt like Eternal Evolution was probably the best in the genre I've played. I just couldn't play it because it was too time intensive. There was just so much to do. Now this one is kind of along those lines because it has the RPG element to it. And maybe because I'm playing it on computer, I'm thinking of it as a computer game. But when I was playing Eternal Evolution on my mobile, like it was really time consuming with all of the things you had to do every day. It just got to be a little too much. Eternal Evolution is the most generous game you've ever played? What is this? Oh, this is another one of those NPC things. Okay. I swear I thought I had more than 3. Like I just had 2. What in the world? Oh, am I supposed to follow this guy? I should really read some of this stuff. Human, stupid, troll, smart, together. Oh, you ambushed me. You're not that smart because you're gonna die. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's down there. See a giant crossbow. Yay. Wait. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of like I told everybody to do in the video I released. The first video I put out is just, for like the first day, I didn't do anything other than like just grind out Goblin Cave. So my guys are kind of over leveled for what I'm hitting. Like I'm hitting like 46 level 46 mobs, and my damage dealers in this comp are like level 70. So. Where are the platforms? Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'm slowed down. I would still just be grinding the Goblin Cave. But ultimately, I'm slowed down by stamina. And because, like, we're gated from stuff based on this, which I am not a fan of, but to an extent, I understand it. But it seems to be a lot of people's complaint right now as well, is just the time gating. All right, what in the world? Oh, there's one up here. Okay. I don't understand why I get a dice roll from that. If I've never failed the dice roll, I'm curious as to what would happen if I failed the dice roll. Is it not going to let me pick it up and I got to click on it again? I don't know why they put a dice roll in that. What's with the puzzles? It's I'm assuming it has something to do with the Dungeons and Dragons theme. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. But I guess it's just another play element as well. Yeah, I think they're trying to give you other stuff to do than just as I slam my mic, other stuff to do instead of the redundant grinding that all the other games similar to this are. However, I feel like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the question. I'm such an idiot. Awesome. I didn't even get to smash it. I just get this stupid token now. That's what I get for not paying attention. Alright, what do we have going on even? I'm just wandering around. I need to get down here. A lot of purple stuff here. I still want to unlock that world boss. I don't know where the hell they unlocked it at. That's what I was hoping to get to today. Yeah, I think the puzzlers are just giving it a different element of gameplay. Just fine, I guess. I think... Alright, well, this is going to be a puzzle, so I actually have to read this. Alright, I'm ready asking your question. What seed sprouts and withers not on the peak? So one guy said not the stone. Ivy pick. Oh, I'm just gonna do this. Ridiculous. How ridiculous. Yet the traveler proclaims it as if, and yes, it's true. Okay. That's what I thought it would be. Anyway, when I saw it earlier. Ooh, a dog water sword. I'm so happy. Alright, so now we're at 3 die. But like I feel like I would rather them take out the puzzles, and I know this is a me thing. I guess as I keep getting told, the Dungeons and Dragon people are into lore, so the game is good for them. Although even Ivy's the one that keeps telling me that, and even she just keeps plowing through the story. So I don't know. Did you just what? Yeah, that I just failed it the time before that. So yeah, the gargoyle riddles. If you answer wrong, you can then roll a dice to essentially you smash it if you succeed in the dice roll. If you don't succeed in the dice roll, you get nothing. Oh, I thought it was telling me to take it, but yeah, you can fail those and you don't get anything. If you fail it twice, you really don't get anything. It's some stupid little token thing. I want this champion so bad. Like, he is a phenomenal legendary. Yeah, there's some stuff I don't think you can fail, which is why I don't understand why they put it in other than to say they're dice rolls and so it adheres to the Dungeons and Dragon theme. But like there's been some things that are part of the story or part of the mission, and you show up and you do a dice roll to discover something, and you fail the dice roll and it discovers it for you anyway because it's the only way you can complete the quest. So I don't know why they even bothered to put it in there, but I guess and I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons person. I've never played it. My daughter is, but I've never played it, so I'm not like a Dungeons and Dragons fan. So I probably don't get the nostalgia from the dice rolls that those people do. I'm guessing. I don't know. Now what? Only thing I know about D&D is that one episode of Family Guy where guy plays it until they're literally the size of couches. South Park, not Family Guy. I have not seen that. I went through a South Park phase, but that was a long time ago and it didn't last very long. I think it lasted until they actually killed Kenny. I don't know if they ever did bring him back, but at least at the time they said that they officially had killed off Kenny, and then I was kind of over it. Yeah, they always killed Kenny, and that was the funny thing. He always came back. Like, you were always waiting for how he was gonna die in an episode. But If I recall correctly, there is an episode where he was like supposedly dead. Like, he was not dead. So, and I don't remember if I ever verified that's what was happening or not. I think I just heard that was what was happening, and so I stopped watching it. I was never like a huge South Park fan. I just thought it was amusing for a time. It did wear out its welcome with me as well, though. Terrified the girl is frozen to the spot. No, that's because she's standing in the snow in a sundress. What in the world? Oh, I got that one. I don't even like. I just follow the dots. The only time I pay attention is when it does something I don't expect. Where are we? I gotta get back up here again somehow. I think it's here. All right. And there's another son of a... I do not want to start another side quest. I want to find this world boss thing. Where is this stupid thing? I should have been paying attention where she was when she found it. Do this many people always play closed beta games? I don't think I even seen one this popular. I don't think so. They call it a closed beta. I don't know that I necessarily consider it a closed beta. It doesn't seem very closed to me. Like everybody can get into it. To me, in my mind, closed beta is like you have to get granted permission, stuff like that. You know, kind of along the lines of when they gave all of us content creators access to it when nobody else had access to it. Not that I think it should only be content creators, but what I'm saying is like not everybody had access to the test. Ours wasn't a beta; it was just kind of an open server. But that to me is a closed beta. This feels more open because anybody can download it. But I think so. I'm kind of new to the whole content creation thing, so I don't know. But it feels like in just the short time I've been in it, they have actually done the best job of getting the community involved into like getting the content creators involved, putting the call out to the community, stuff like that. I never heard of a closed beta for Eternal Evolution. I never heard of a closed beta for Bloodline, which is where I came from. I never heard of the betas for those games, so I don't know. This one, I feel like they did a good job of just putting it out there, getting everybody involved. They're probably covering their backside. Well, so yeah, apparently, and I just heard this from Ivy today, that Apple does not allow games that are not full releases but are charging money, like this one is, to be put on the App Store. Like you have to be considered, your game has to be a full release to charge money in game, Or if it's a beta, then you can't be charging any money in the game. Alright, so let's just see how we do here against Poseidon. I don't know why people were calling him Zeus today. Zeus is up in the sky, but... Alright. I feel like I will probably need a different comp for this. But... Oh, I hate that I gotta press auto again on all of these things. Just save the fact that I'm using auto command. Jesus. Yeah, this is like the world boss type thing, and I guess apparently he's unkillable. It's just, it's more of a DPS check. I'm not a huge fan of that type of content, but I guess it is what it is. Like, I want to play a boss that I can actually kill. And this guy just AoEs everybody to death. Like, I should probably read what his skills do. So I guess you can keep doing this. You either, I guess, where's the, is it? Let's go back. No. Does it give me, here we go. About gameplay. So through the tab, blah, 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 yeah. Entry requirements. Players can unlock the temporal vortex by completing the Why is that in here? I don't need to know what the entry requirements are. I wouldn't have made it here if I couldn't unlock the area. Like, I don't care. Here's what I need. Number 2, players need to agree to record the results of this challenge at the end of the battle. If the result is recorded, a challenge ticket is consumed. Otherwise, no ticket is consumed. There is no cost to challenge the boss. You can try different tactics until you get a satisfactory result and then agree to have it recorded. If the challenge damage is recorded, you can collect the corresponding rewards from the challenge interface. The rewards are divided into tiers based on the damage dealt to the legendary creature. The higher the tier, the better the rewards. As the world events progress, the legendary creature will gain more powerful abilities. You can choose to challenge at higher difficulty levels. The higher the difficulty, the better the rewards. All right. So these rewards suck. How is like 2 dice the best reward for the highest damage tier? What is wrong with these people? I mean, I guess it's a daily reward, so you have to limit it. I guess. All right, let's see. Deals lightning damage to all enemies. Okay. Deals lightning damage to the enemy with the highest max HP. All right, so I need to get a tank in there. Deals lightning damage to all enemies. Wait, the same. Okay. Glad that was clarified. Oh God, where? I know you just showed up, so we need a mute button. Deals lightning damage to all enemies and gains stackable total damage bonus permanently based on the times of the casting skill. The damage will ignore immortality, invincibility, and block resurrection. Wow. Immune to all control and ultimate weakening effects. All right. What's up, Draken? Are you excited about Diablo? It's right around the corner, right? Approach the source of the sound. Oh, okay. Quest complete. Yay. Alright, so at least now we can get here. Was there some kind of... Huh, I'm not 12. I didn't make a dumb name. There's no portal here, okay. So I think... Oh, well, that sucks. I can't even, like, warp out of here. Let's see. I haven't unlocked any of my gear caves yet, although there's a question mark if I can figure out how to get over there. It's probably here. The blue oak is where the dragon is. I forgot how I got there in the test game. There's a thing right here. What just happened? How much stamina do I have? Did I get a 5th one yet, or am I still stuck at 4? Son of a... 80 stamina. How many? Alright, so I got a couple of refills I can do. Let's grind out. Because I got like an hour and a half, right? Before this thing is over. It's not that thing. This thing. Yeah, hour and a half. So I'm going to try to grind out some stuff and put more into a comp. Definitely need more. Definitely need more experience. Wow, what happened, Draken? Did you really put yourself on mute? Fingers aren't working, forgot how to type. Pull the 3-star. Hurry up, ult. Oh, I still had a whole nother thing left. I would really like to buy that pack that has the auto battles, but they gotta fix the numbers on there. Like 30 extra bread a day, 900 over 30 days, but for some reason you give me 30 auto battles. Like somehow I have 300 stamina with that kind of crap. Like they're gonna have to fix that. That doesn't even make good sense. also actually on mute because Destiny Raid. But this game looks neat. This game is neat. This game is, again, like it's a really good game. The business side of the game is what is concerning. But yeah, this is a really good game. It's probably even better than Destiny. Is that Goblin Cave more like the Minotaur and Raid? You know, I played Raid for like a week, a long time ago. I don't know that I ever played the Minotaur. The Goblin Cave is basically just waves of these goofy goblin guys, and it's how you earn these XP vials that you use to level up your champions. If that's what Minotaur was in Raid, then yes, it's the same. But my experience with Raid is limited to, you know, a few, probably like a week or two of playing it, spending most of the time getting frustrated that I only had enough energy to play like 5 times, and realizing it was way more money than I wanted to spend on a game in order to play it at any kind of high level. I watched a video of Hell Hades spend like $2,000 on speed gear and still not get the gear that he wanted, and I was like, I'm out. Yeah, this is XP farming. So the champions do get a little bit of XP from actually running the dungeon, unless they're XP capped, which most of mine are. See, this guy is getting 200 XP. Everybody else is level capped, so they're not getting XP. But it doesn't make sense to run champions that aren't level capped just to get them 200 XP, because you're gonna do worse, so your rewards won't be as good. So you get more rewards by just clearing faster. And then so I'll show you essentially how it works. Right, there's different difficulty levels. So like these small vials are worth 1,000 XP, which is why I was saying it doesn't make sense to run unleveled champions to try to get them that extra 200 XP, because if you get even one extra tiny XP potion, you're getting more than that 200 that you would get. So you're essentially getting 3,000 plus the 4, so 7,000 for the max level on this one. This is only 5,000, right? And then as you go, you have to 3-star. It's actually 3 dice, but I'm gonna call it 3-star because everybody understands that you have to 3-star each difficulty to unlock the next difficulty. And so you get these XP potions, and then to level up your champions, you come in here and go to enhance, and then you use these XP potions to get them leveled up. And then each star has a level cap, so it's 30, 50, 70, 90, 110 are the level caps on those different stars. So the goal ultimately is to build a team as fast as I can that can clear the highest difficulty level at 3 stars in the Goblin Cave, because then every time I grind the Goblin Cave, I'm getting max XP with my runs. Yeah, it's the most important cave to run. It probably for a long time. Eventually, if you play it long enough and you're not constantly getting new heroes, which the rate this game is going, unless you're spending money, you're not going to be constantly getting new heroes. At some point, you're not going to need to grind this cave, but then they'll reset it at the end of the season, and you'll have to grind the cave again. So, yeah. But the first goal is going to be to grind to build a team that can get through Goblin Cave at the highest difficulty with 3 stars, so you're getting the most each grind and making the most use of your stamina. But then the level caps force you to go farm the other dungeons, the crystal dungeons, actually the sandstone dungeons, I guess if that's what you want to call them. So you can unlock those stars, but you don't have to farm it. You just farm it long enough to unlock the level. Alright, I got everybody level caps, and now I need to probably grind out more of the sandstones. This one, right? And some of these are quite frustrating. Because like I don't feel like the oops. I don't feel like the leveling is done properly by them. It was like earlier today I had a comp, I think it's basically the comp I'm running right now, was clearing one of these caves in like 36 seconds, I think was my fastest time. But then if I went up to the next difficulty level, they weren't able to clear the cave at all. So like, I mean, I'm clearing it in 36 seconds. How is it the next step up, the next level up is not? And it was one of these caves. It wasn't the goblin cave that has different, you know, stars. Like these ones don't have stars. You just have to complete these. So it was like I was doing the level 25 cave, which is the first level, and clearing it in 36 seconds. And then when I would come up here to the level 50 cave, or dungeon, if you want to call it dungeon, and I wasn't able to beat the level 50 dungeon at all, much less, you know. So I don't know. It felt weird to be able to clear one level so fast and then the other level not at all. See, like this right here. Where's... Oh, did he get her? Oh, he got her. Thank goodness. Just barely. Right? Doesn't even bother to get up. Get your ass out of that chair, lady. I forget how many I need to level them up. To do the next step up here. Okay, it is improvable. I don't think I have enough to get all of them leveled. I do have a few refills, so. And I should probably use my stupid hero power thing over here, but I never do. Like, I want to know what the comps can do on their own, not what the... They... Oh, see... It gets me like that sometimes. Luckily, I don't lose stamina if I don't pass the dungeon, but... So if you beat a level, it bumps you up to the next level. I can't beat the next level yet. I'm like, why am I dying on the first wave. I want to try and get this full radiance comp up to 70. Oof. Gracious. Can I get a heal? Oh, come on. And we're all about to die right here. Oh, he lived, but I don't think he has enough health to... Yeah. Not that time. Oh yeah, it does have that. It just doesn't make sense. Like, at least raids kind of made sense. But yeah, they have this thing right here. That's why I said they need to add a 0 is essentially what, not to the price, but to the, because you do this, it's $10, it's for 30 days, you get 30 extra stamina, and so each run in one of those dungeons costs you 10 bread. So you essentially get 3 extra runs a day, but it's giving you 30 free auto battles a day, which means you would need 300 stamina. You get like 120 stamina cap. And then they're giving you an extra 30. Like, I don't know where you're going to use up those auto battles. So, I mean, if it was 9,000 bread and an extra 300 a day, then that would be worth it. I would buy that one if it had bigger numbers here for the, especially for the, like, I almost want to buy it right now for the auto battles, but it's not good enough. It also does increase your gold by 20%, but that's also still not that big a deal. Like, at least right now, I am not hurting for gold. I don't know, like, once I get into the gear game, I don't know how much worse that's going to get, but it is pretty pitiful, yeah. What was I doing? I don't even remember what I was doing. Do I have something that gives us more health? What is this? Oh, necrotic damage. Don't care. Don't care. Ice. Don't care. What's this? Resistance and accuracy. Defense and accuracy. Health and accuracy. Let's try that one. See if that'll help me clear it. No, not level 3. Son of a... This is the one... What's this? Oh, okay. This is the one thing they need. Is, like, I gotta be able to... I have no way to go back and change the difficulty level without completely leaving and then going back in. Who's your favorite best character? That's probably 2 different answers. Define best. And are you talking about the ones I have? Because there are other champions I want that I have not got yet, but I had them on like the test server when we had access to that. I can show you some of them when this is done. Healer in the white robe. Yeah, he's pretty good in this comp. I feel like there's better healers, but I like a lot of what he does, and he matches the affinity of this comp. Who are your faves on this account, and who would you like to pull the most? All right, I'll show you. Oh, we're all gonna die here, aren't we? Nope, a couple live. We might actually pull this off if he can get to his ult. Oh, he got to his ult. I'll take it too. All right, so that at least seemed to help with that extra defense or extra health. So my favorite on this account. So I think just my favorite, just because he's cool, is my little mushroom guy here. He's also kind of OP for what he does. He's a really good tank. He's probably my favorite on this account. I just don't have a good necessarily poison comp to go with him, which is why I'm not playing him right now. But I will probably, because I won't be able to reset my champions here in an hour and 15 minutes. I might end up leveling him before that and leaving him as one of the ones that are kind of permanently leveled because he's good. This guy is also pretty good. I just got him today. I've only played with him a couple of times, and those are legendaries. Kind of cheating answers, because obviously. So I think kind of my favorite one in the current champions I have, and in general as well, as this guy, because he is a rare. So I say he's easy to get because he's a rare, but it took me 3 days to get him. But he's also a captain, and he has the strongest attack aura in the game. 30% attack in all battles. There's nobody else. So if I go in and we look here, gallery, and we go through all these legendaries, there is here, this one right here, this is a legendary. She matches him 30% in all battles, and I think there's one other that matches him. I could be wrong though. Yeah, 30% in all battles. So, but nobody does more than him in all battles. This guy does 45%, but only in the City of Trial battles, which I don't even know what that is yet. And this is 45% in just dungeon battles. So again, nobody does more than that rare in all battles. So he's one of my favorites just in general, because he's easy to obtain and he is so influential, because I like how you don't have to have legendaries in this game. The Green Goblin looks like he lost the battle with the voices in his head. Yeah, kind of, right? So I love how the blood and stuff is on one side, but the messed up eye is on the other side. So I mean, he's a great tank. So each debuff on enemies on the field gives him 2% damage reduction. It stacks up to 10 times, so up to 20% damage reduction. This is one of my favorites. This is probably the best tank ability I've ever seen. So he throws out a mushroom. Kind of looks like one of the Super Mario Brother mushrooms, just from a nightmare. And the mushroom taunts enemies. And so they attack the mushroom. So he does what tanks do, which is taunt and get them to attack somebody other than your other champions, but he's not even taking the damage because they're attacking the mushroom. So I love that. Plus he does blind and poison and all of that stuff. And then this one, he just puts out this big poison pool that they all have to stand in. So he's just like, this was my first legendary pull, and this was a new champion. Like, I had not seen him before. We had access to an account where we had literally everybody and unlimited supplies and all of that stuff. But there were heroes added to it after they took that away from us, and he was one of them. So I had never seen him until when I pulled him the other day. So him are kind of the favorites on this account that I have. And then I mean, I have other good champions, but I mean, if you're talking about favorites, I'm gonna narrow it to favorites. And then my favorites or the ones that I want to get that I had on my test account. And I know there's lots of good ones in here. This guy with the big giant cannon is insane. Like, the damage he puts out is insane. So he's one of the ones that I really want to get, but he's a legendary, so I don't have a whole lot of hope for that. Yeah, it is an insane ability. So if I kind of skip the legendaries, because there's lots of good legendaries in here. The horse guy is really good. He does really good damage. So there's lots of them I haven't played with. Even when we had access to all of them, I was too busy doing what I do, which is pulling apart the rest of the game, instead of doing what everybody else was doing, which was playing different comps and playing end game content and trying to figure all the stuff out. I was looking at like the cooking and the relics and all of the gear and stuff like that. So for epics, I want, where is he? Like, these two are good. This guy and this guy are good. They were actually part of the dev video that they put out where they beat the hardest goblin level with epics or less. I don't know how much I trust the video. This is the one I really want, though. This is the one I really want. He is a healer, but he does damage as well, so it's really cool. So he does, like, all of his two skills, his battle skill and his ultimate skill, deals cold damage to enemies 3 times. When dealing damage to the enemies, has a 50% chance of dispelling 1 buff from them. So he's doing damage, but also cleansing them of any buffs they, or at least 1 buff. And then this one is a big cold damage, hits 3 times the enemies, 75% chance of inflicting buff immunity, so they can't get buffs. But what makes him super good is his passive. He heals the ally. He heals the ally with the lowest HP by 70% of his attack when he does damage. So him doing damage heals his team. This guy is beyond insane. Because one of the things that I have really felt in this game is anytime I put like a support on the board, they call everybody a support in this game for some reason, but a traditional support like a healer or somebody who just buffs everybody, you feel it because your team is losing the damage. But this guy is doing damage, and that damage is healing people. So this is the one that I can't wait to get. Let's see. Do you plan on spending that much or staying low spend or free to? Well, I already can't do free to play. I've already spent. And I guess it depends on what you consider low spend. I don't plan on spending any more than I have. I don't plan on it. I might, because they have this event going on where you're guaranteed to get an extra legendary. It does have 26 days left, so I'm not in a rush. But so once I get to 80, you get this free legendary, so to speak. But I've bought 40 summons, which is about $100. So I think in comparison to what a lot of people put in these games, it's pretty low spend. It's not really low spend for what I consider putting into games. But I would say that's probably pretty low spend. If you summon now in the current event, you have a good chance of getting him, but you probably need to spend a bit. What event are you talking about, Dustin? I don't know who these people are, but I try to be nice. Yeah, like I don't. Sometimes I do free. I've always failed at free to play, but I see free to play more as a challenge to make it the game more difficult. But I don't believe that games should be free to play. Now, I preferred games like back in the day when it was you know, like $50 for the game and that was it, and then you got everything, as opposed to all the microtransactions. But you know, people trying to get everything for free is what led to microtransactions. So I'm not against supporting the developers and supporting the game if I like the game. So above. Oh, are you at? I don't. It boosts the chance of getting the chances for. What boosts the chance? Oh, but I don't. He's not. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about my healer? You're talking about this, I'm assuming, right? This one you can pick which one you get. The gun guy is not in there, so if he was, that would be tempting. That would still be a bunch of money. Yeah, he is part of that, but I don't like epic heroes from the session. I don't know, like, are these the only epics I'm gonna get if I summon from this pool? Yeah, I mean, this has a lot of good epics. He's a pretty good epic. Who is this one? He's okay. He doesn't do a lot of damage. I already have him. He's pretty good for a poison comp, but I think there's a rare that does what he does just as well, if not better. I already have him. I already have him. I already have him. A lot of people like him. I liked him too when I played with him. Everybody's saying he's a really good healer. The problem is he only heals people on the front line, so he only heals the melees, so you have to be running a melee comp. I've heard she is insane, but I've never used her, so I can't verify that. But yeah, he's in there. Yeah, I definitely want him. Like, he's probably the best healer in the game. The problem is, if I summon from this one, it doesn't count towards this one. At least that's what I've been told by people. You pulled my healer twice? Oh, so you've actually pulled from this event. So is that correct, what people are saying? All right, Enrique, we'll see you later. Hopefully you'll hang out next time. Maybe I'll start streaming more often. This is like really the first time I've had an actual stream. So you've actually pulled from this one, Dustin. Does it count towards this count, or are they separate like what I've been told? Oh, what happened? Where did my chat go? Oh, okay, there we go. No, they are separate. Yeah, so if I put a bunch of summons into this one, then I lose my bonus legendary in that one. So, I don't know. But yeah, I guess that is a good point. I can get him if I do this, or at least have a good chance of getting him. I also have a good chance of getting it. I don't mind pulling duplicate. Wish they were together, but yeah, they're not. So how many summons have you done so far? Have you just done a couple, or are you wailing out? I don't mind getting duplicates because that just means artifacts that I can grab. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I guess at least half of them I need. So if I do pull epics, it would be nice. But To get 5, man, you would need probably close to 100 summons to fill this up. And then I don't even know. I literally know none of these. I haven't played with any of these. No, I played with her. She's okay. She's a good like warrior. Like I like the warriors in this game. I did with Silly and did the whole 5 legendaries. Not sure I should have. All right, so which ones did you end up with? Which one did you pick as yours? And then I'm assuming, or is it just you only get the legendaries from the pool as well, huh? Oh, okay, so you only get from this pool. So how much did it cost you to get 5 legendaries? I'm guessing about 100 pulls, right? Between 80 and 100, yeah. Yeah, on the test server, they gave us 200 pulls, and after 200, I ended up with 9. So I was slightly over. Like, by the numbers, you should get about 3 and 100 pulls. So if you're getting more than, if you got 5 and 100 pulls, that's good enough. Like, that's better than the average you should be hitting. So with that, it's just the 5th one is the one that you pick, right? You don't get like, you don't have to pull 5 and then the next, it's the 5th one you pick and you're guaranteed to get that one. So which ones did you get? And did you change it? So like if you, okay, so let me ask. First, which one did you pick as like, this is the one I want on the 5th one? That's like the wood elf girl, right? That has the all the leaves and stuff in her outfit. Yeah. And did you pull her before the 5th one? Or was she your 5th one? She was the 5th? Okay. I was going to be curious if you got her before the 5th, were you then going to just change your selection? Because I'm not sure what would be better necessarily. Like, if you pull the one that you kind of guarantee yourself early, and I don't know if it'll even let you do that. I don't know how if it's programmed that way, if it's completely random. I gotta look into the inspiration or whatever it is to see what the duplicate gets you, and then also look at the artifacts, the legendary artifacts, and see if they are worth. You would have changed it, so you just want the variety. Who were the other ones that you got? Who were the random ones that you got? I'm gonna have to go look those up because I don't know. Like, I know the one that you picked. I know who Jathalia is. I don't know who any of those other ones are. And how many epics did you get out of all of that? Oh shit, that looked, for a minute that looked like she just blew up everybody. Did my buff wear out? My buff might have worn out. I might need to eat that again. Yeah. Did you get a lot of duplicate epics? So you have a lot of... The nice thing about pulling the duplicate epics is that you can get an artifact. Every epic is an artifact. So... And you only have to buy the artifacts once. Hopefully they come out with something else that you can do that stuff afterwards. Because there's only so many artifacts to buy. Let me see, is my... Yeah, my buff is gone. Let me go take that buff again. Let me look at who you're talking about as well. Where? Oh, it's just in the summon event thing. Oh shit, it doesn't even say names. Son of a bitch. Alright, so, okay, so you got her. She's really good frontliner. She does a lot of damage. Gandar. Okay, him. I don't know who he is. He's a poison guy defense, so he's like a tank, huh? When taking damage, has a 30% chance to inflict attack penalty to... Oh, that's nice. So the more they attack him, the weaker they get. Deals poison damage to enemies within range with a 100% chance of reducing their ultimate ability by 20%. Wow. That's really good, especially because it goes off in 5 seconds, so it's going to beat most of them to their ultimate. And heals him as well. Holy cow. Has a 100% chance of taunting the enemies within range for 5 seconds and deals poison damage. Meanwhile, this guy sounds like a beast. Especially for content that requires a tank. Like things like the Goblin Cave I don't think require too much of a tank, but things like the Crystal Dungeons and the World Boss need a tank, and he sounds like the real deal. That's a good pull. Let's see, who else? This guy. He's okay. He's not bad. I played with him. I actually pulled him on the test server. And he's okay. Like, I didn't find a comp because I don't think the I haven't found much that I like in the Thunder. The Necrosis is okay, but like, so I didn't really find much that I didn't have a lot of pulls to choose from either. You still using Goblin because his DPS is good too. Yeah, some of those do really good DPS. Let's see, who else? Sylvester. Oh, this guy. Okay, what is this? He's a support. Oh, he's a necrosis guy. Okay, what does he do? Gains invisibility for 10 seconds and marks the first ally in front of the hero as the battle starts, granting them 25% of his max HP and defense. Wow, that's kind of cool. Heals the ally with the lowest HP by 15% of their max health, plus 2400% enlighten. See, I wish I knew what the fuck enlightenment did. Enlightenment affects derivative. Oh, okay, here we go. So it affects derivative damage or directly becomes the coefficient of some skills. Why do they use these big words? Increases the hero's derivative damage by. So I guess that would be 2,400%. That he would be in. Okay, all right. So that. All right. Now I'm glad I did. Who was it? I think Ivy showed me that those were there today. Because in the tooltip about enlightenment, it doesn't. I mean, I'm not even getting it right now, but it just says nonsense. No, it doesn't. I had to read it off of the Discord. So that sounds. When targeting the marked ally, it dispels one debuff from them. Okay. Grants invisibility to all allies for 10 seconds. The cleric then casts a healing spell that heals all allies by 4% of the target's max health plus 1,000 enlightenment every 0.8 seconds for 4 seconds. Invisibility granted to the marked ally will be changed to debuff immunity, and their healing will be increased by 25%. So does that mean that the marked ally doesn't go invisible? Have you used this guy yet? Does that mean that they don't go invisible so they can keep taking... Because I'm assuming... This sounds like he would mark like a tank. And then it would make everybody invisible and heal them except for the marked ally, which would get debuff immunity and then would get healing. That's what it feels like I'm reading there, but you have him, so you can tell me. And who is Urgonder? That's the other one I haven't seen. Oh, no, I didn't see him. Okay. So I looked at all of them. So those are some good pulls. I really like I would almost... They're not the same affinity, though. But I think he would... This guy would pair really well with, like, the poison people, because poisons do a lot of... Like, my guy does derivative damage all the time, so that 2,400% enlightenment would be amazing. Glad I understand what the hell enlightenment is now. I might be able to kit these people a little better. Oh, he actually doesn't do any derivative damage, so I guess maybe he wouldn't be a good one to pair with that guy. What about my necrosis tank? Does he do derivative damage? It doesn't say he does. Yeah, I mean, some of these sound better than they are when I read their skills, but the ones that you got sounded really solid. I pulled the one that you got, or that you picked, the Jalitha girl, in my test account that they gave us like 2 days before the beta went live. I always wanted to play her, but I never found a comp that she felt good in. So I hope that you find something for... See, she does the derived poison damage. So I don't know how that priest works exactly, but you could play him with her and give her all that 2,400 enlightenment to do with this derivative damage. Or derived damage. Oh, am I pronouncing that wrong? No, derivative. Okay, I was saying it right. But yeah, like I mean, reading some of those skills makes me almost want to pick them. What is she? She looks cool. I like her because she looks all Steampunky. The glittering puppeteer. Alright. What does she do? The magic puppet bird. Alright, I'm in right after just the first sentence. I don't even know what she does, but I'm in. The magic puppet bird flies to a random enemy at regular intervals and deals radiant damage with a 75% chance of inflicting healing prohibition for 5 seconds. Okay. Activates the spanner to deal radiant damage to enemies with a 100% chance of inflicting stun for 3 seconds. Deals radiant damage to all enemies with a 75% chance of inflicting accuracy penalty 2 for 10 seconds and a 75% chance of inflicting attack penalty 2 for 10 seconds. What the hell? Oh, accuracy and attack. I'm like, why is she doing attack penalty twice? It's accuracy and attack. But yeah, I mean, like, those ones you got make me want to do shit I shouldn't do and go summon. I really like the way this Sylvester guy sounds. I wish he was a poison instead of necrosis, though. Because he sounds like he would fit really well with necrosis stuff. Or he sounds like he would fit well with poison stuff. Because, like, I'm trying to do any of my poison people do this derivative damage? Like, none of them do derivative damage. Yeah, so I would almost pair him up with... Poison is where I see derivative damage the most often in these skills. So, like, I really like Sylvester, but I think I would have to play him outside of his affinity. And put him with some poisons. I've been only doing 3-5 elements to... Yeah. I find, unless you just have a really, really strong, solid 5 elemental team, the 3 out of 5 is much better than just going 5 out of 5 to make it 5 out of 5. Like this rare, this guy right here, you were the one that asked me about favorite champion, right? So this guy I told you about. Yeah. This guy, like, I play him outside of affinity because you just can't get better than this 30%, right? I don't yet know how big of an influence the fact that the extra 15 is elemental damage bonus. I don't know what, but in my mind, 15% extra elemental damage is less than 30% more damage. I don't care if it's elemental or not. Now it does have these brackets, so maybe it's, yeah, but it sounds like it's whatever the skill does as far as, but I play him out of affinity because you just can't, like, this 30% is insane. Oh shit, it's like 25 minutes till I can't reset anymore. Where am I at? Let me see with these crystals. Because I'm leaning towards a Radiance build. But, and the only reason I can do that is because he's 24. He's, that's close enough to where I might go 5 Radiance the way that these have been burning through people. But where are we at as far as... God, I'm still so far off. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to take another. This thing. Fruit pie. Pie baked with fruit jam. The sweet dessert has a fluffy crust. How do I want to figure out. I need to figure out how to make that. Alright, let's just eat it. Health. We do have a defense and accuracy. Let's see if I don't know in this game if defense is better than health or not, so let's just try the defense. But yeah, that's unfortunate, and that's kind of the same experience I had with spending in this game. Like, it doesn't feel good. They need to fix that. Like, it needs to feel good when you spend. You shouldn't feel bad for spending. If they want to be successful with this, like, they need to make sure spending feels good, and that usually happens with bigger bundles and stuff like that. So now sometimes if you're spending a lot of money and you pull a bunch of garbage, then you're just not gonna feel good no matter what. But like, I start feeling bad about spending money before I even go do the pulls, just because they don't have any good packages yet. So the thing that worries me is, I think it was Ivy, but somebody told me that they weren't really planning on doing any big packages or anything like that. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, it's a race. We win if he hits his ultimate, I think. Okay, there we go. Did I already buy the 50 one? Apparently so. Gotta keep an eye on the clock. I can't miss that reset. Alright, so he does make everyone invisible except for the... And it doesn't have to be a tank, right? You get to mark which champion that applies to. I don't know why you would apply it to anything other than a tank. And that tank you pulled sounded like he would be phenomenal to mark, because you say he does good damage, but he also gets invincibility or something like that when he's supposed to die. So even if he does take a boatload of damage. So now when you went through the summoning thing, like, do you have to... I don't know if you even know or if you tested it, but does it let you change the champion you wanted after you start doing the summon, or does it kind of lock it in? Say it should, so you should be able to change it at any time, but I didn't test it. Okay, because like I could see a situation where you might change who your target was based on some of the other ones like you pulled. Not just because you get the one that you wanted or something like that, but you know, because, you know, like I said, Sylvester and that tank looked like they would go well together. So if I didn't target Sylvester but ended up pulling that tank, I then might target Sylvester because the two pair so well together. Him, the Elf Queen, and Sylvester are the core of your poison team. Alright, very nice. So are you playing the rare poison girl? I'm just curious. I know you probably have a lot of epics and stuff to choose from after doing all those pulls. I don't know how many poison epics were in that hero pool though. You have a epic poison? I hate when I beat this thing once and then the same exact comp in the same exact situation does different. Etches. Who is Etches? Let me see. That stuff didn't wear off already. No, it didn't wear off. Okay. I like that it lasts for so long. I only have 2 minutes left on it though. Oh, that's not what I want. Gallery. Epic Poisoner. Is that the little dwarf guy? No, that's Corin. Who? Why aren't these things in alphabetical order? That would make too much sense. Oh, this one. Okay. So you like her better than... Where is she? Her? You like Etches or Ekes or however you say that name better than Notira? Because I felt like, because I had Etches in my test account, and I always felt like Notira did better. But I didn't feel like Notira did all that great. People are telling me that she does great damage. She didn't do great damage until I paired her up with, I run her with him and with my Toadstool guy, and then she does phenomenal damage. But you like her better, huh? does she do? When inflicting debuffs on enemy, reduces their damage dealt by 10%. Deals poison damage to enemies within range with a 75% chance of inflicting healing prohibition for 5 seconds. Deals poison damage to enemies. You think Etches has slightly less damage but good debuffs. Okay. 35% chance of inflicting charmed. Okay. For 5 seconds. An 85% chance of inflicting recharging speed penalty and then dispel. So, like, if I were running her, you should consider, if you haven't already, which one is it? There's one in here that gives them a better, because none of hers are 100%. One of these gives a better chance of inflicting debuffs, I believe, if I recall correctly. Where is it? What the fuck? Did I pass it? Come on. Oh, here it is. Putting this one on her. Did you already know that? You're already running that one? Yeah, my stream is on delay. I don't know how to fix that. I want to try and fix that, but so you told me the answer after I found it. Although to you it looked like you were telling it to me before I found it. That's the plan. Oh, still leveling her up. But you can get this, right? Because it only cost one duplicate epic thing. You should have... How many of these did you get from that summoning event that you did? Alright, well, I'm gonna reset everybody. Before my time runs out. And then I'll figure out what I want to do later. Oh, I still have a half hour, so it's 9:30 when it goes out. Okay. I'm still... just because I think I'm going to get some food. You got 105 duplicates? Oh, you got 105 epics. How many of them were duplicates, though? How many... Essentially, how many artifacts did you end up with? Because I don't think you can use them for anything else. Like, each duplicate gives you 5, so... I guess you probably got a ton of epics, right? Because that... Or a shit ton of duplicates, because this thing only gives you... 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 epics. You got 105 epics, you probably have every epic artifact now, right? That's insane. Oh, 105 is the number of the currency you have. Is that what I'm reading right? Because there's no way, you said you only did 80 to 100 summons, so there's no way you pulled 105 epics. I see now that you have 400 rare as well, so that must be the currency you're talking about. So if you got 105, that's what, 25, 21? So that's 6, 12, 18. That's 21. Like, you can buy all of them. There's my math wrong. 100 divided by 5 is 20 plus 1. Yeah, you can just buy all of them. Like, it's not used for anything else. Like, they don't have anything else you can spend that stuff on yet. So I'm saying I hope they do, because after that, if you pull any more epics, you just have this extra currency. Like, you can only buy the artifacts once, so you can't run multiple artifacts, multiple of the same artifact. There's only 21 of them, so if you have 105, and if you have 400 rare, I think you can easily buy all the rare, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you need 450 to buy all the rare. So you can buy all the epics, you can't buy all the rare. Yeah. You need 450 to buy all the rare. But you can buy all the epics now with 105. So you should, like, there's not even really a reason for you to save them, because there's only 21 of them. I mean, unless you thinking they might. I mean, I'm assuming eventually they'll release more, so maybe you just want to hold on to the currency until you, because some of these are just not all that great. You know, like in general, except for you trying to run that specific comp, I don't know that I would run this on somebody. It does work for her because of what she does, but it doesn't work. Like, I don't think there's a lot of people it necessarily works with. All right, but all of those are affinity specific. All right, well, I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. I've been going for 2 hours, which is way longer than I thought I was going to go for, but I'm going to try. This was fun, so I think I'm going to try and stream more often. I don't know what the schedule will be yet, and I don't know if I'm going to stay on YouTube or if I'm going to move over to Twitch. We'll see. I kind of like some of the stuff that Twitch has. But hopefully I see you again on one of my streams. It was fun chatting with you. I appreciate, so what do you say? Yeah, saving some because you never know. And I don't have enough champion. Yeah, you got to get them to 3 stars, so you probably don't have enough 3-star champions to put them on. But yeah, so I appreciate you hanging out. Hopefully I will see you in the stream again. And good luck. Let me know how your progress goes. Like I said, stop back by, drop comments on the videos, whatever. You can join my Discord if you haven't already as well. So I appreciate you. Have a good night.